Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your weekly WWE Monday Night Raw Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 1546 of the show. How's y'all doing? Eric Lima here, bringing to you a little report on wrestling. As usual, I'm a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan since, the mid-'80s with the Hulk Hogan rock and wrestling era. Became more of a fan of it in 91 when I first saw Hulk Hogan fight The Undertaker for the championship at Survivor Series 1991. Today is July the 16th, 2024, 12:45 p.m. That's 1:15 in the afternoon on the Tuesday afternoon, a hot one if you live, wherever you are. If it is hot wherever you are, please keep yourselves hydrated. If you're working outside, wear the appropriate clothing. Check up on your elders, your pets. Check up on your pets, your loved ones, and make sure you got your air conditioners blasting to full blast because it is a cold one. It is a hot one out there today. Let me tell you, if you're here in New England, if you're anywhere else, please be safe. And I heard there's some tornadoes being active in Chicago. Please be safe over there, and and wherever you are, please be safe. The All-Star game is today, so a friendly reminder though. There's no Dugout Crew podcast on the Davey 3000 channel this coming Thursday because of the All-Star break. We'll resume that next week. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on. 2 weeks from this Thursday also starts the Portuguese Feast. I'm hoping to go to report from the feast for Roadside Shenanigans of 1999 like I always do. And I hope to run a lot more people there. And so let's talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw last night, shall we? Mami's home. That's right. Rhea Ripley made her return, and she addresses Liv Morgan. She's issued a challenge to Liv Morgan. SummerSlam for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan. No, but before that challenge that goes down, she was talking about Liv Morgan. Dominik Mysterio with a black rose in his hand tries to apologize, but Rhea would have none of it. Liv Morgan's still flirting, hi Daddy Dom and all that, and so Rhea lays down the challenge. Liv Morgan, I waited 3 months, but I don't mind waiting a little bit longer. How about this SummerSlam? That's 2 weeks from this Saturday. In 2 whole weeks from this Saturday, Rhea Ripley challenges Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan accepts the challenge. That quickly. So I figured something is up. Anyways. So afterwards, Dominik tries to apologize to Rhea Ripley in the back. Ripley just roses him. And then Rhea Ripley just slams the door in his face. Damian Priest goes, how's it going? Good, I guess. And all of a sudden, Ripley grabs the roses that Dominik threw him right back in his face. Not so well. And Damian Priest was getting the kick out of it, too. More on that situation. Battle of the Big Bulls, so a Big E special matchup. Big Meaty Man slapping me. Sheamus versus Bronson Reed. And heck of a matchup between those two. And Sheamus had a little fun with Pat McAfee. Big Sweaty Irishman beating up on Big Bronson Reed. It was so funny. Gotta love Pat McAfee. Anyways, Sheamus did pick up the victory when I think Pete Dunne came and attacked Reed after the matchup. And then Sheamus tries to talk to Dunne. But then Pete Dunne walks away, and then Sheamus turns around, attacks Sheamus from behind, which gives Bronson Reed to splash Sheamus. So it seems like the old bruiserweight coming back. That means what happens to New Catch Republic? Is Tyler Bate going to break up with him? Is he going to break up with Tyler Bate? So that's going to be an interesting situation for sure. Or is Tyler Bate hurt? That could be another reason. So Rhea Ripley talks to Damian Priest, and then Dominik tries again. Rhea Ripley walks out of him in the Judgment Day clubhouse, and Carlito was like, "Oh my god, man!" So, anyways, and then Sami Zayn decides to talk to Ilya Dragunov because Dragunov says, "Don't because you gave me this title shot because I helped you. No, I saw a lot of myself in you." He says. He says that Ilya Dragunov has potential. He believes in Ilya Dragunov, but he said, "This is why I gave you the shot. And then Ilya Dragunov's going to come at you 100%. You better bring your best," and say, "You better bring yours." So that's why Ilya Dragunov's had a shot at the Intercontinental title. It would have been great for him as Intercontinental Champion. Gunther is addressing his dominance, and then he addresses Damian Priest. Meanwhile, Jackie Redmond interviews Zelina Vega earlier on in the afternoon. And Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark interrupt her, leads into this matchup of Zelina Vega and Sonya Deville. Baszler gets involved during that matchup, and resulting in Deville winning the match in her first match back. But then, as they all three attacked Vega after the matchup, Lyle Valkyria and Team KC, that's Kane, Carter, Katana, Chance, aided Vega. So, and I gotta tell you, with Damage Control, 2/3 of Damage Control in Japan right now visiting, they'll be back next Monday, and I'm sure they'll get retribution on Sonya Deville and her crew. So we'll see what happens in that matchup. Then Dominik confronted Priest about Rhea Ripley. You didn't tell me she was gonna be like this, and then Jey Uso goes, "Wait, is it true? Is it true?" And Davey Priest's like, "What?" He goes, "Is it true that Mami is single, ready to mingle?" "Maybe." And he goes, he's like, "I don't want to try to holla and all that." And he goes, "You eating white pot? Hey, you keep your white pot and you eat to yourselves. Mami belongs to me." And yeah, and I remember until Ray, I said, "Hey." So, and then Damien Priest goes, "You better do something about this." So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk to Pierce. Anyways, and Adam Pierce was talking to the two referees that Drew McIntyre basically pushed down at the Money in the Bank post show. Chad Gable confronts him about Bo Dallas. He said, "I know who Uncle Howdy is, Bo Dallas." And Adam Pierce is like, "Everybody knows that." And you know what? I'm going to confront Bo Dallas. And then Priest and Gunther went face to face, and then Gunther said some very harsh things towards Priest, and then they were about to go at it until Braun Strowman came down for his match against Priest. Pierce decided to talk to Jey Uso. He goes, "You know what? I can make that match, you and Dominik, tonight." Yep. And then Braun Breaker confronts Pierce about why Ilya Dragunov's getting an Intercontinental title shot, and he goes, "You know what? I'm going to make sure that match happens, and you're not going to ruin it. You're going to leave. Security, escort, no bother with security. I know the way out." And then he tells security, make sure he doesn't come back in. And then Damian Priest versus Braun Strowman went one-on-one, and Damian Priest beat Braun Strowman. I'll tell you one thing, Priest is no small man. It was a heck of a matchup between these two. So, then Gunther comes back in the ring, slaps Priest. Both men fight after the matchup. And then Maxine Dupree, Otis, and Akira Tozawa were like, "Yeah, we're going to help him," and all that. And then Chad Gable says, "Oh, you guys finally came around, right? And, you're going to help me against the Wyatt Six?" "Oh, no, we're not talking about you. We're talking about Xavier Woods came up. We're talking about Xavier Woods. We're going to help him against the Final Testament." "You're not going to help me?" "No." "Fine. I'll do this myself." And so, So next week in a 6-man tag, Xavier Woods and the Alpha Academy to face the team of the Final Test match carrying across AOP. In their corner will be Paul Ellering, WWE Hall of Famer Paul Ellering, and Scarlett. And then the former women's tag team champs Kane and Carter, Katana Chance took on Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Baszler ended up winning the matchup after Lara Valkyria was knocked out by Sonya Deville. Then JD McDonough and Finn Balor talked to Rhea Ripley about how they won the belts, how Dom tries it again, fails again. And the Pierce meets with Drew McIntyre in the ring. It's, I'll lift your suspension. All you do is one thing for me. Apologize to you two referees. Now, if I was enraged and angry and I didn't see anybody, I would have said, listen, I thought you were someone else that attacked me. I do apologize for that. It's my bad on me. I like you guys. You're awesome. But does Drew McIntyre do that? No. He laces into them a little bit more. And he snaps on Pierce, and then Pierce says, you're still suspended. But Seth Rollins comes out, fights McIntyre. Then McIntyre retreats. And Seth Rollins was complaining to, Pierce, in a way, Drew McIntyre did end up ruining the match between him and Priest as well at Money in the Bank. Meanwhile, a Wyatt VHS tape was sent to Pat McAfee on his show by the Wyatt Six. Even Jeff Passan, who's a baseball analyst, doesn't know probably, I don't know if there's anything, knows anything about wrestling, but he says, that's a VHS tape. Nothing gets by Passan. What the heck is going on? They played the tape, and possibly one of the most powerful segments from the Wyatt Six with Eric Rowan. It tugs at the heartstrings a little bit because, it is a heart-wrenching moment. And Eric Rowan is opening up about losing both Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, a.k.a. Brody Lee. Even Amanda Huber, the widow of Brody, of John Huber, she understood it completely. And now he says, he looks at the lamb's mask that he usually wears. He says, a sign of hope. So, God, the Wyatt 6-1. It's almost like a big storytelling. And if Bray kind of looked at what's going on right now, he would be proud of his younger brother. Anyways. So that was a very, very touching moment right there. Eric Rowan talking about losing Bray and Luke Harper. My heart goes out to him. He's still got one more brother in the WWE, but he's not part of the Wyatt Six at the moment. That'd be Braun Strowman. So, that's one more family member he can go to if something should have happened. But we'll see what happens in the long run. Jey Uso went up against Dominik Mysterio. And Liv Morgan gets involved during the matchup and then ends up being in that compromising position that Michael Cole didn't want to call the play-by-play on. Rhea Ripley comes out. Liv Morgan jumps off Dominik, retreats all the way into the crowd, up the stairs. And then Rhea Ripley points in the ring as to finish the match off. He tried, and Dominik lost the match. Jey Uso won. And then afterwards, Priest goes, Priest is like, hey, I don't know. So he walks away, and then Rhea comes up to him and says, hey, just want to let you know, I don't belong to you, but you're mine. And gives him the rose back, and kind of makes him feel, he starts smiling again. He's like, he feels feeling pretty good, but there's something going on, and if I were Rhea, I'd be careful. Anyways, Chad Gable comes out and gets upset. He goes, we all know that Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas, so he's calling Bo Dallas out. So as Bo Dallas was coming out, the Creed brothers attack him from behind, and they were jumping him. But as they were attacking him, he was laughing. And Shaggy goes, "Are you laughing?" He starts laughing a little bit more. They attack him a little bit more. "Are you laughing?" And then it got to the point where he's going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," like Luke Harper usually does. And it's like, then they kept on going until the lights started going out again. And then all of a sudden, the ring is filled up with smoke. And the Wyatt Six showed up. The rest of the Wyatt Six. They were surrounding Gable and the Creeds at rings in the ring, and they decided to retreat. And I think Ivy now could join along with that. This could be a war. And then they helped up Bo Dallas, and Bo Dallas is laughing. That is just surreal. The main event, this is the first time I think in a long time the Intercontinental title has been a main event on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn defending it against Ilya Dragunov. Heck of a matchup between these two. Until Braun Breaker gets involved, spears Dragunov, giving Dragunov the win by disqualification. And then Sami Zayn decided to fight Braun Breaker. And then Breaker spears Zayn, stands tall in the end. I would not be surprised a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title is in order. So that is it. That's all the time we have for episode 1546 of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977, the Raw Report. The Raw Event Center Report. And like I said, Io Sky and Kairi Sane were in Japan. That's why they were not there. Because Io Sky just finished a matchup in Marigold against Utami Hayashishita. And Kairi Sane was there to support Io as well. So, and Marigold's got his first champion, Saray, the former NXT standout, and so that means Julia's got a couple more dates, I believe. I think I'm predicting the NXT after SummerSlam, that, or could be at the Great American Bash. That's when you're going to see Julia make her debut. You know, Stephanie Vaquer is on her way. So, Roxanne Perez better shine that belt up, baby girl. Because the fact of the matter is, you got a lot of women going to come after you with that title, and they're coming from all over the globe to be on NXT after you, Roxanne Perez. If I were you, I would listen to Booker T. Get him some more advice from him. We'll find out what happens tonight. I've heard the six-man tag, the trios match, will be kicking off NXT tonight as Gallus faces the Rascals, the newly reunited Rascals. So this is going to be a huge opportunity. The Rascals are going to be very busy this week because they'll be in a trios matchup as well this Thursday on Impact as they take on the NXT Standouts No Quarter Catch crew, and the Rascals will have Kushida backing them up as well. So that's all the time we have on this show. Thank you for very much tuning in. Next episode will be Trebek Tuesday. Another Trebek Tuesday. Thank you very much. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.